Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about financial education and why it's so important. We're going to talk about what financial education is, as well as some things that kind of happen to you as you get financially educated. Okay, I'm going to give you some examples of what's the benefits of becoming financially educated, and I'm going to give you some examples of some things that have happened to me of not being educated financially as opposed to being educated financially. Okay, I'm going to give you kind of the good and the bad side of things and show you the difference of why it's important to understand how money works, basically. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, guys, welcome. We cover financial education, obviously, financial independence, big emphasis on the stock market. If you are a subscriber to the channel, we appreciate you guys. Love you. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure that you smash the thumbs up button. And if you enjoy our content and you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know when we release new content. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it, guys. What is financial education, also known as financial literacy? It is the possession of a set of skills and knowledge that allows an individual to make informed and effective decisions with all of their financial resources. Alright guys, so why is that important? Why is it important to be able to make important decisions with your financial resources? Well, a couple of things, and a couple of things of why it's good to be financially independent, financially stable, financially literate. It empowers you to make good decisions, okay, with your money, but also that'll kind of transfer into other areas of your life as well. As you're making good decisions with your finances, it's also going to cause you to kind of think outside the box and be a high level thinker whenever certain other situations come up where you have to kind of think and make tough decisions. Your brain's already kind of wired and trained to do that, right? It also helps take control of your money and your future. It creates a self-awareness when things are needing to change. It helps prevent you from being screwed over, and it could also help make you some money. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to talk about is empowerment. Empowerment, basically making your own decisions based on factual data and evidence, will reduce anxiety and increase your overall confidence in your decision making. Okay, don't ever do something just because someone's telling you to do it. Some examples: someone telling you to take out a loan to afford something you don't need or you can't afford yourself, or not selling a stock because someone said it's going higher, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of myself making a stupid financial decision, and then another example of me making a empowered, educated financial decision. Okay, so whenever I was in college, I got talked into getting a large lump sum student loan to cover education, to cover some living expenses, yada yada yada. It wasn't ginormous, however it was big enough to where I'm still paying on it now. It's the last debt I have to my name. I'm hoping to knock it out this year, but my dad was telling me, man, you don't need to take that loan out. Why don't you just work a second job to help pay for this and help pay for that? And I'm like, no, it's as easy. I'm just going to take the loan out and I'll pay it back later. Well, I'm ended up paying a lot more on the back end of it because of all the darn interest. And realistically, if I'd have just sat down when I was younger and I was a little bit more educated and budgeted and figured out how much money I need to survive and save, as well as pay for school, then I'd be completely debt free right now. So that's a really dumb decision. I listened to someone just because they were like, hey, you should do this, and I'm like, oh man, this is a great idea. I get all this money up front, and then we forget, oh wait, I have to pay it back after. Okay, and it's a lot more expensive that way. Okay, instead of just kind of getting a plan of action, rolling up your sleeves and getting to work, right? Another thing, on the positive side of that, on the flip side of it, is whenever now in that situation, what I've learned from it is if I'm trying to get something, if I, for example, if I want to go buy a car, go buy a house or something like that, and in fact I was doing that, I kind of ran into some situations where the market it's kind of wild right now for real estate, and there's some parts of the area that I wanted to live in I couldn't afford, and I'm like, well, maybe now's not the time to buy the house because I don't have enough to put on the down payment. I can't get approved for enough money to buy this house. And maybe I just need to step back and let the market cool off. That way, one, maybe I can get it at a cheaper price in a good spot, or two, I can save some more money before going and purchase something that big of an investment. Okay, guys, number two, controlling your money. So taking control. We're controlling the money. That means that you are modeling good habits and good financial behaviors. Budgeting is crucial, and self-discipline is as well. Okay, so this is kind of coming back to setting goals. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go in, a couple years, a couple months, whatever it is. But you have to take control of that by modeling good behaviors. And it all starts by putting it down on paper with a budget. Link in the description below, guys, to download a free PDF file to create your own budget. It's the one that I use. It's really, really good. So that's the key thing, guys, is just taking control. Whenever I sit down and I budget and I put all my money down on paper, it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so much in control, and it takes a lot of the anxiety away whenever you're looking at your account and you're like, oh my God, where's my... You ever get that feeling where you say, where did all my money go? Bingo. You need to go and do a budget, because you're going to figure out where all your money is going, and you're going to have to figure out what needs to get cut out. And also, you need to kind of look yourself in the mirror and say, you're the one spending it. You need to take control and some self accountability there with your spending habits. Okay, guys, self-awareness. So once you've learned some things and experienced some success and some failures, you're going to be able to identify when things are not going the way they should be, okay? And once you start, like I said, doing the right things consistently over time, you're going to develop a new mindset, some new habits. You're going to basically kind of retrain yourself and retrain your thinking, and it's going to be like a new way of life, right? And basically, it's almost kind of subconsciously, whenever you feel something's out of whack, you're going to spring into action to change and take control, which then again kind of reverts back to the first one. It makes you feel more empowered, which makes you feel more confident, and those are all positive reinforcements, and you're going to want to keep feeding that to your body, so to your mind. But self-awareness, guys, you need to really be aware of the things going on around you, meaning your self-awareness. How much am I paying for this type of insurance? I've been with this company for 2 years. Why am I paying this much? Let me see if I can save some money. Every year I call and try to save on my auto insurance. Sometimes I can save money, sometimes I can't. But I remember when I first started doing this, I became more self-aware of how can I save money every single year. I want to revisit every single thing that I'm paying money for, and I want to see if I can get it for cheaper. Okay, and still keep the same quality of service and everything that I have. So one year I checked into auto insurance, and I got a letter in the mail from my auto insurance saying that my premiums were going up because of other drivers in the area and the accidents that were happening around me. I said, well, I'm not the one who got in the accidents. Why are my rates going up? So that's just the way we calculate our premiums. So bingo, that immediately I sprung into action, because it put like a sick feeling in my stomach, like, no, something's got to change. I'm not paying more money for someone else's mistakes. I need to take control. I need to spring to action. So what did I do? I started calling around all these different places. I found someone through Geico, actually. I got my car insurance through Geico now, and saved probably about $50 to $60 a month for the same amount of coverage. And I get so many discounts by driving safe as opposed to having my premiums go up. But being self-aware of those things. Okay, just the other day I was going through my budget and I realized, wait a minute, I'm still paying $10 and some change for this gym membership, and I don't need it anymore because I go work out somewhere else for free. So I need to go cancel that. And oh, it's only $10, who cares? No, it's $120 a year that can be coming back into my pocket. Okay, so being self-aware, guys, that's a really, really big, important thing. Not getting screwed over. Basically, if you understand how money works, this will prevent you from paying too much on a certain item, which is kind of like what I just talked about, sort of. And it also create the ability for you to recognize a great deal and potential opportunities to make some money, which is what we'll talk about in the next slide. But I've been in a situation, guys, where I paid too much for an item, And when I was younger, I went and I'd buy something in the store, or I'd let someone sell something to me, and I'd pay. Oh, I need this. I'm going to buy it. I need this. I'm going to buy it. Well, eventually, I don't know if I'd ever mentioned this to you guys, but I used to have an eBay store where I drop shipped items, and I learned how to find the cheapest prices to buy online through Google and some other avenues and things like that. Well, it doesn't really matter what I'm buying. If I'm making some type of purchase that's out of the ordinary, besides like buying food and stuff like that, like some clothes, whatever, if I'm making some type of bigger purchase and I'm looking at it in the store, then I'm like, okay, let me check this item out. I'm going to get the UPC code. I'm going to research online. I'm going to find it online. I'm going to do my research of how to see if I can get the absolute lowest deal. I'm going to search for coupon codes. I'm going to look for sale. I'm going to do all kind of things to get the absolute lowest price, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. Basically, that'll kind of be like a little bonus feature. I'll show you how to search through Google to search for some items that you may be about to purchase. You might be able to find them 10, 20, 30 bucks cheaper online if you do a little bit of research, okay? And also, being financially educated or literate helps you make money. Being financially savvy gives you a new outlook on life. You recognize more opportunities, and it actually helps you become more disciplined and excited once you see success. Okay, once you understand how all this stuff works and you see success on saving money, paying off debt, investing into something, and seeing that success, you want to do it again. It's all positive stuff that's happening, and you're going to always kind of be looking to see, well, how can I make money off of that? That's kind of how your mindset's going to start changing. I know that's how mine is if I look at buying something, I cringe when I buy anything other than, the basic necessities, just because how's that bringing value to me, right? I'm like, I'd rather buy something now and just hold it and put it in a shoebox or something and wait for it, as long as it's a valuable asset, wait for it to increase in 5 years and turn around and sell it. So I'm like, oh, great. Then I could buy something else. I can save that money. I can pay something off. So anyway, it just kind of changes your whole outlook on life. So what now? Okay, so if you're in a financial situation where you're not really satisfied, what can you do? Well, you need to learn. You need to read books, watch videos, listen to podcasts, be educated, but also be motivated, okay? And education is empowerment. So I have some books that we're going to talk about here in a second that's linked in the description below. I highly recommend that you take a look at, because those are some that I read that really changed my life. Set some goals. Where do you want to be in a month, a year, 5 years? You need to have some things in place that you're working toward, and some realistic goals, but also some that kind of challenge you a little bit, to kind of keep you moving forward. Create a budget, write it down on paper, and be intentional with every dollar that you spend. And then you're going to notice once you start doing that, it makes you proud. And then also kind of the self-awareness thing, when you go blow money that you really shouldn't blow, or spending that you don't have, it makes you give it like a sick feeling in your stomach, which makes you want to revert back to being empowered and creating a budget and following that. And be consistent, guys. There's nothing that's going to happen overnight, and I can tell you that for sure. Is with me, whenever I was in debt up to my eyeballs, I was putting as little as I could on these debts. I'm like, I'll never get out of this. But once I started doing all these things and reading books and becoming educated and being empowered and motivated and setting goals and creating a budget, and I saw some small success here and there, it just got me so pumped up. And when I paid my first debt off, it made me want to do it again and do it again and do it again. And now, I'm still going on that journey, and I'm getting close to becoming debt free. But I'm telling you, it doesn't happen overnight. All right, you have to be consistent and be intentional with everything that you're doing. So, guys, some resources linked in the description below. Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Highly recommend that you read that one if you haven't already. Success is Not an Accident by Tom Newberry, which talks a lot about basically finding your God-given purpose in life. It's a great book, guys. Very, very good book. And then I'm going to link the budget sheet in the description below. Okay, so make sure that you take a look at that and download that. So let's go ahead. I told you I was going to show you how to search for some items to save money. So that's kind of like a little bonus clip that we're going to show you here. We're going to go over to Google Chrome. I'm going to type in an item. I'm going to find it somewhere else, and I'm going to look and see how to search all throughout Google to see if I'm getting the best deal. Okay guys, here's your little bonus clip. So this is over on Amazon.com. Basically you can go over to any item, and it doesn't just have to be on Amazon, it can be on any of the online retailers. You're going to right click, okay, and as long as you are on Google Chrome, this should come up, and this is on a desktop or laptop. I don't know if you can actually do this on your phone, but you see how it says search Google for image. So you're going to do that, and it's going to load up some options for you right here. Anywhere that sells this chair, okay, that has this particular picture on it. Okay, does that make sense? So this is obviously an Amazon item, right? So it's going to be primarily on Amazon, but every now and again you come up with another website that might sell it for cheaper, 10 bucks, 20 bucks. Another website, guys, that was brought to my attention by someone in the comment section last week was brickseek.com. So this is somewhere you can search for some of the best deals online. So I'm going to link this in the description below for those of you who want to shop around and maybe save some money. So other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. Appreciate you hanging in with me on this longer video than we normally have, and we'll catch you in the next one. Alright guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Make sure that you smash the thumbs up button if you found value in today's video. And if you enjoy our content, of course, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.